It has begun.
Oh, snap.
Again?
Yeah,
No.
doing this thing again. It's like
Is
150 something.
How could
153
you?
bay
Yeah.
leaf. I didn't know that off the top of my head.
Did you seriously just pull that Pokemon knowledge out of your skull?
Mhm.
Admittedly, the starters are kind of easier to do that with.
Me was
You say
151.
that.
And then it goes to Gen 2, which starts with Chikorita. So
Grass got to go
If
first.
one day
you yell
will
out a
be
random number,
one day
I'm
will
not
be in
gonna be
Hoenn
there.
numbers. Anyway, 153. We made it. Yay!
You did it.
Woohoo!
Bayleaf, the official Pokemon of some druid.
Mm.
Ooh, hi Cleo.
Who remembers last time? It was 2 weeks ago, because last week was busy. Ugh.
I don't. I have
Here's a
like
hint. It was
very
all on
patchy
this
notes.
map.
We all went
Well,
to
we started out.
church.
Yeah, we started out in the church.
Yeah.
Doing
So,
great.
a lot of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't had the conversation in the church where it was like he found out Clover technically is a master. It took him a second to understand. He was confused. He's like, "Yeah, I put him there." And then like Lucretia's like face, he had a hard time reading it, and Johnny kind of pointed it out, like, "Hey, maybe it was the way she said it," and he was like, "Oh shit." That was that in there, which Aiden does want to clarify things to Anise and Penelope
Mm-hmm.
about that technicality.
Yeah, I feel like last time was when you negotiated with Van-Fem to have him take the clover
Oh,
statue.
yes. And then there were also like, oh God, I think it was last session where it was just like he had talked to fucking Piers. That was last
Yeah.
session.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that was
Penelope
another
talked to
clarification.
Seraphina. Yeah.
Yeah. Aiden has more clarification to other things that he wants to tell to Anise after that Piers conversation where he was like, ooh. But Aiden has no idea the stuff that has gone down. There was
Penelope
other
learned a lot
things
of
that
stuff,
happened.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. She learned some things. She just hasn't had a second to
She learned
relay
things
that
in
to
a
everybody.
private bubble. And Anise wanted some peace and quiet.
And
Anise did want some peace and quiet, and then Freddie put his foot in his mouth and revealed that he had been keeping tabs on her all along and just never felt it necessary to even send a postcard.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah. And now he's hanging out behind a statue of an angel like some sort of goth person.
He's really
Some
pulling
sort of
his,
vampire.
He's in his Phantom of the Opera era.
Mm. Oh, and I feel like Aiden came up to Anise specifically to tell her not to have sex with vampires. I remember that was like the last thing.
That was gonna be the very
good advice.
I know Penelope went and talked to Johnny for like a hot second.
Mishka and Bjorn threw shade.
And then Diana and Morgan had a chat.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was everything.
Talk about dragons.
Talk about dragons. You don't even have to imagine the dragons. They're just there.
You gotta find them.
You find them, but they're there.
Yeah.
They're waking up to ash and dust.
Wow.
Breathing in the chemicals.
Ah!
Demonetized.
I'm putting myself in music jail for that.
But yeah, that's pretty much the highlights. obviously a number of small conversations, some details that came out. I'm sure there will be various things that party members might want to tell other party members. But for the most part, it was taking a break. Considering no one's doing anything especially strenuous um, yet, I'm just going to say that a short rest has occurred between the time inside and the time out here. So I'm going to click the button that makes a short rest happen on the party sheet. So hooray.
Yay.
I get back a spell slot. Yay.
It's important.
Good job.
Oop.
Short rest,
Yay.
everybody. Turn off the console pop-ups because all kinds of stuff gets broken when they update these things, and I'm sure it'll be fixed later. But for right now, error messages.
Hooray!
Hoorah!
Yeah.
But yeah, you're outside for a little bit. Everyone's had some conversations. I'm gonna ask the group if anyone's doing anything immediately. I mean, I have a feeling of
Yeah.
at least one thing that's happening immediately, but just in general, like, is everyone staying here?
For the moment, yes.
Okay. Don't want to deprive anyone if they're like, but I need to go across town and do something or whatever.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
I have a thing. I feel like Aiden has a thing. I have a thing, and then Penelope has a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can do those things then. So, who wants to do their thing first? Because I assume they're
Well,
all going to take place around the same time, but if there's an order, by all means, thread it.
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
let.
Anise can't do her thing until Aiden
Okay.
Brings
speaks.
up the whole. Yeah.
All right. Then I will zoom the little camera thingy in on them.
Okay, give me just a
Whee!
second.
Wow, look at all those buffs now that we have visualizations of conditions and stuff. I feel like recordings of our game are just going to be like a time capsule for like the entire run of Fantasy Grounds Unity and its various user interfaces.
They already are. It's
Because
like
I
amusing to
definitely
go
got
back and look.
Unity as soon as it came out because I had
Uh-huh.
originally set this game up on Classic Fantasy Grounds. So like we've got the whole
Hmm.
history of it. Good times. But yeah, by all means. Hey, look, it's Anise under a tree, and Derek's there, and now Aiden's there. And a little bit to the south, Morgan and Diana are there, and a little bit to the east, Penelope and Johnny, and so on and so forth. Map is big. Carry on.
I don't know if Aiden notices, but Anise definitely looks annoyed.
I think Aiden has a high enough wisdom that he can pick up on that without having to roll.
That she's annoyed.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Cross,
he's like,
frowning, kind of glaring a little bit, not at anyone in particular.
She is
Like when Aiden
nettled.
approaches, like when Aiden approaches, she
"Ew."
kind of like schools her face into a more neutral and unfolds her arms and goes, yeah, yes. How did your
Ah,
conversation with Piers go?"
oh, it went well. I sent off the monosnow with is it Jonas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent it with Jonas,
You
and
gave him your
he's
snow
gonna.
cone?
Yeah, I told him how you said it reminded you of the cotton candy, and he knew what that was. So he was very much excited and looking forward to it. I'm really hoping he doesn't make himself sick. And I got like good information. But are you are you okay?
Uh, don't worry about it. I'm a little bit annoyed with a certain someone, but it's fine.
He starts
Don't
looking
don't
around.
don't worry about it.
Is it somebody I know?
Oh, yes, it's not you.
Oh, okay, good. Whew, I know I wasn't sure. Okay. So there was like one extra thing I'm just gonna whisper into your ear really quick that Piers kind of made me aware of, and I just I'm gonna throw out there as kind of important. Um, you just Derek, I love you, homie. He turn that way really quick.
Okay. And
And he
he
put
turns around and
okay.
moves like a little bit away, but not a lot away, just enough to signify that like he gets it. You don't
Okay.
put it down.
So important information, whether or not, two hands, no hands, or God forbid, Derek ever becomes a dead apostle. I hope that he does. He's already one with the shadows. Um, but
What?
apparently, uh, if you be kissing dead apostles, that might put you at risk at becoming a dead apostle. Um, just putting that out there. So don't kiss anyone that's related to dead apostles. I'm really hoping the fact that we were in a dream and, you know, I did not oopsie. Oops. Um, but also on that topic, um, I kinda Johnny helped me inference the not able to say things. Oh, maybe let's Penelope too. Hold on. And then Penelope, come here.
Anise is just so confused.
Pulls Penelope over. Um, so as Johnny helped me realize, we have a slight problem and we have confirmed something. Uh, fun fact, Clover's now considered a master. He wasn't able to just stay there because I put him in there. Uh, one of the Edelfelts is absolutely possessed by Einosh. That is the
Oh.
only way. Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying the master associated with Einosh is definitely possessed by Einosh?
They have to be
Because
because Clover's connected
not a
to them
master.
by proxy.
Right, no
Yeah.
command seals. Oh. Well, that's
Yeah.
not unexpected.
But it's
That is
confirmed.
a problem.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I don't know which one. We do know you said it was air, so
Right.
um I'm
Probably Tatiana or Luvia. Ugh. Honestly, being possessed is the only way I could see them, either of them, willingly working with the tree.
so
Or
here's the
Sidon,
problem.
right?
You remember how fast Clover got
Right.
messed up soul wise?
Yes.
That's gonna happen to one of them, essentially. We gotta take care of that quick. Or
I
I
mean,
can't guarantee they're gonna be alive after this.
right. I mean, we're doing our best to
Yeah.
get to this quickly. It's just we can't exactly go running into the forest, charging in all willy-nilly and burning
Yeah,
it
I just
down as much as I would love to do that.
figured I'd let you know because their soul's now tied to Einosh. And even if they die, like say if you got into a fight beforehand, yeah, their soul's going right back to him and not to the root.
Hmm. Well,
So
seems like
that's my update.
we need to be getting a move on, I guess.
Um,
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. He looks over to Penelope.
Well, it really just confirmed a suspicion that we all had. So at least now we know.
quick out of character. Which conversation was that brought up in?
Uh
Here's no,
the kissy thing was Piers.
Yeah,
What thing are you asking about?
the Edelfelt.
Lucretia.
The the Edelfelt one with Clover being considered a master.
No, the one
Um,
with the Edelfelt heir.
Right, we know that, but our characters don't know that because Penelope hasn't said anything about that
Yeah,
yet.
I'm like,
oh,
wait a
I thought
minute,
you.
hold
Okay, sorry,
on.
sorry, sorry, sorry.
Yeah, no,
That was
she
your
hasn't
conversation.
had a chance to talk to either of you about that yet.
Sorry, I thought that was Anise. I'm sorry. Well then, scratch what that part and just one of the somebody because I know Anise and
Somebody.
Iden had talked about potentially being them. It wasn't
Hmm.
confirmed.
At this
Because it
point,
was either them or Fadon. So
mhm.
he's gonna
At this point, we're
Scratch
the most
that.
suspicious of Fedon, but there's the possibility that it could be one of them. We just don't know that yet.
Yeah, like, they did talk about potential, but I fucking forgot
Oh,
that was
my
your
throat.
conversation. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
he's like,
say like
It's been 3
last
weeks, to
week's
be
a fucking
fair.
blur.
It's
Yeah.
been 3 weeks
Um
since we found that out.
So yeah, he'll correction that and be like, potentially Fadon or anyone related to Edofelts, they're definitely possessed. Oh, 100% possessed.
My statement still stands. I feel like there's not a whole lot of people that would willingly go along with what the tree wants without being
No.
possessed.
No.
Well,
um
yes.
so wait, what? Now I'm confused. Um so Aiden, did you just come over to talk about not kissing dead apostles?
Yeah, don't do that either. If Johnny ever goes dead apostle, don't kiss her. You could potentially
But
become a dead apostle.
that's not how that works, but okay. Um
That's what
I
Pierce
mean,
said.
well, if you drink their blood, you
He
can
said
become
bodily
one,
fluid, and
or
saliva is a
or
part of that.
bodily. Right, but I think unless you are intentionally drinking their blood or bodily fluids in that manner, I think you just become sort of what Freddy is, instead of a full-on dead apostle.
Don't be nasty. That's the message I'm leaving here. Don't be nasty.
okay, you've been around me too long. Um okay, so that, and you said Clover is considered
Is
a
considered a
master
master
because he's connected to Einosh, and
who is
Einosh is
connected to a
connected to.
master.
He was making a
Okay,
deal with whoever, yeah. So that means he
okay.
actually, yeah.
Um, so I can't exactly tell you guys what I was talking about with Serafina fully, but I can clarify a couple of things. Um, okay, so the writer servant, or the one who basically told Diana that he was writer, is actually the writer servant.
Oh,
Oh.
huh.
Um,
Now I didn't expect that.
yeah, Lore was calling their servant writers a bluff. Um, to be honest, I still don't know what theirs is, but like, we at least know that.
Gotcha.
Um, so I think if, gosh, okay, what, I am losing my brain here. So that means, hmm, yeah, we're still missing information on two servants in that case. We still don't know who this guy was, but we can only assume, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we know that he's connected to Einosh.
I rolled an insight of 19. Can I tell that you're lying?
No?
I mean,
Actually, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna counter your insight with persuasion.
Uh,
No.
okay. Yep, Anise trusts Penelope so much implicitly. She would never lead her astray.
as a
I
general
mean, it's,
reminder, trying to roll insight on other players gets iffy. So,
but, like, but also, like, yeah.
like, I'm not saying not to do it. It's more just a matter of whenever we do that, you shouldn't be rolling them publicly. Like the fact that we know in
Oh,
the
that's a
meta
good
what's
point.
going on is different. But like if we do end up in positions where we're rolling those, you roll them in the towers so that the other player doesn't know if you're rolling persuasion or deception. It keeps it mysterious. Otherwise,
That being
the answer
said,
is really clear. But you already know what's going on here, meta-wise. Like, that's not a secret. But yeah, just for future reference.
where is the dice tower?
Bottom
Mine
right.
looks like it's disappeared.
Um,
Yeah, mine's disappeared.
Weird. The one on Merlin's screen is down here behind the very old NPC sheet for Jimmy. Good
Oh
times.
Lord.
Yeah,
Always shows up in the middle of the screen for me, and then I have to unlock it and drag it to where I
oh,
want it.
maybe I dragged it there. Maybe it defaults to the middle. It's been forever.
Yeah, mine's just straight up gone.
Huh. Let me turn it
Yeah, I
off and
don't
on.
know. I don't know. But anyway, shit, what was I doing? Um, um, I did find out a couple of things about when we do go after Einosh. Speaking of, um, so he has. Oh God, sorry, this is gonna be super butchered because I don't. I'm trying to like piece together my notes from last time. Um, he's got something going on that prevents scrying and divination on the actual forest itself. Um, and that in theory we would need to attack from above. That's going to be the safest way to basically not be immediately drained. Um, I think that's all I've really got that I can actually share. Some of it was like information for like Lucretia. Some of it was information for like the ruler. But like, yeah, that's it. That's what I got. If either of you are saying anything, you're both
Yeah,
on
no,
mute.
you're good. I had to unmute. He's just like, I mean, that sounds about right. I mean, we knew we were gonna have issues going directly in. Um, it's just a matter of, I guess, getting that many people up high. And I mean, if we've got to get the fruit still, getting that from within and then getting out.
Well, someone I don't remember out of character. I don't remember who said this, but I think it might have been Piers. But someone was saying he can move, or Einosh can move between the trees in the forest. So we might just need to lure him out towards the extremities of the forest somewhere in order to properly fight him. Otherwise, yeah, just walking through the forest seems like it's probably suicide.
Yeah.
Eric was mentioning something earlier about wanting like a cruise missile. Obviously
Yeah.
we can't, but I don't know. There is that whole entire base left over from the harvesters, and surely they have a bunch of weapons. Maybe we could go. Maybe they have an actual cruise missile. Who knows? That's a terrifying thought.
Just throw grenades like we used to.
It's true. We do know it works.
It does work. Do you think we can, like, I don't know, make fully versions of those just to splash down?
I feel like we've had this conversation, and Kwaku said he didn't want to make bombs, but grenades might work.
Yeah, like the things, yeah, because you throw them from your hand. That,
Yeah. And
yeah,
then
I'll
there's
go get with
also the
Quack.
thing that like Echo's looking for.
That's true.
Um,
Oh,
I
I doubt
do.
I'll be able to move enough ley lines to really disrupt much, but I can start doing that. Or I can save that. Maybe that's how we lure Einosh himself out towards the extremities. I piss him off by moving enough ley
oh,
lines. Because I can do
that's
that.
true.
Worked on the first tree.
Yeah,
Uh,
then like yeah, Aiden, you should have seen it. It was actually pretty cool when she was moving the ley lines.
I wish I could. That sounds amazing. It sounds really badass.
Yeah, she was a boss ass bitch.
Yeah, he's definitely spent so much time with y'all. These phrases, boss ass bitch, and he just like yells it.
Hello, my name is Penelope, and I'm a very good influence.
um, it's like
Sounds like we've got
speaking.
the beginnings of a plan, but we need, as usual, we need more information in order to
Yeah.
properly make any sort of real plans. We're learning what we're not going to be able to do or what isn't going to work. That's better than nothing.
Um, something crossed my mind. I mean, if Clover's going to Van-Fem's boat, he's got like that whole bag of things he's tossed away. Do you think any of them are things we can use to, deal with Einosh or not that he doesn't care about?
Bag of things?
Probably a question for him.
I mean, do you want me to, have Kilthak ask while he's over there? I mean, he was pretty gung ho about us dealing with Einosh.
Uh, sure.
Okay. Yeah, he said, "Do your thing." He's like, I'll watch over him essentially, and I was like, "Cool, thanks."
But yeah, like if he's got something we can use, cool. If not, cool.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt
Oh,
to ask. Yeah.
yeah, I'm still planning on going and catching up with Echo and seeing if I can help her.
Oh yes, 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 yes. So if you're
Um,
going with Echo, Anise, was there any like what's the plan? I guess what are we doing? Because we can't. I guess Echo isn't a master, so technically we could go with you. What is the game plan? If you're going there, what's the split? What's tackle two things at once, right?
uh, I mean, I guess gathering information or moving ley lines. I don't know. I really don't know what to do at this point. We obviously need more information.
Well,
There's
I mean,
also.
hmm,
Mhm. Oh, you go,
I
you
was,
go. Yeah.
I was gonna say like moving the ley lines honestly sounds like a good idea to me, but
Or at
Yeah, it
least
does.
getting a sense of the forest and the terrain around it, I guess. The areas that are going to be infected next, but that aren't yet.
So
yeah.
here's my question: if you pull from there and that brings his attention, you think that'll pull away from the fight that he's got with all of the clerics, or do you want to help them over there and pull over on that side, and we go as backup over there to get that, the rest of the seal done? We still need the temple built over here.
The concern, I think, was them getting overrun by Einosh's forces or whatever at the Northern Temple.
I say, don't they have a ton of people working on the temple now? Because we rescued a lot of them.
I mean, we just rescued them. I don't know if they're there yet or working on it yet.
I mean, there's only so much that we could do to help build the
Yeah.
temple.
Guess I could always check in and see if they've got enough power over there to kind of get things started and built.
Might be able to get some volunteers to go and help them from here, maybe.
Oh, you mentioned that one group, right?
backdraft. I need to
Do you
go. Well, I sh- I would like to go and try and meet with the. I don't know if they have like a centralized leadership, but
have
that's
they got any
a
builders?
those are some allies that are potentially might potentially be willing to help build the temple, even if they're not religious types. You know,
Yeah.
just
I
to
mean, uh, no one wants to
impede
deal with
Einosh.
Einosh. Yeah.
In order to impede Einosh further,
I was like, I didn't
that's
even.
that's an avenue.
Yeah. Okay. So that's possibilities. Um, I don't know if there's. I mean, that's kind of like probably the first thing we should do while we're here.
Hmm.
And then you're leaving for Echo immediately, Penelope?
I mean, I was hoping I could leave sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Penelope, as you're talking, you hear a voice. You will find it in another tab within the spirit world of your brain known as Steam.
Oh, okay, I'm like, okay, hold on. I have several tabs
Yeah,
open. I also did not get a notification for that, so that's fun.
yeah.
Um, okay. Penelope is gonna reply back. All right. If you guys want to keep talking for a second, go for it. I need to.
Absolutely.
I need to.
Um, I was say, did you want me to join you for Backdraft? Or, like, I will say, there are things I can definitely be doing here if you wanted to take the lead on that.
Well, when is the statue being moved?
It would have to be, I would assume, tomorrow, because going through trees
Tomorrow.
is a very arduous, like, task.
Yeah, sure is.
And,
I've only done it the
he's,
once because I have a
yeah,
scroll. I can only imagine. You can come with me if you want.
yeah,
They seem like they are open. Obviously, since the one that I met was a phantasmal, obviously they're open to phantasmals. Who knows? There might be some centaurs in the group.
that, that's fair, yeah. Be
You can go
nice to
try and
meet.
meet with them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm down for that. I will save research for another day. When we end up having downtime again, when will that be?
Okay. Whoa. Hold on, Aiden.
Uh huh.
Sorry. I just literally just got a sending from Echo.
Oh.
Um. You may want to change that plan.
Oh.
Um.
Oh boy. What's wrong?
Echo
That's a
found
nervous
some
laugh.
sun catchers.
What? What? What?
He
Wait.
found sun catcher centaurs
Where? Where? He's like
in the
picking you
fucking
up.
desert.
I'm
Did you
going to
hear
the
her?
desert. I'm
Damn
going
it,
to the
don't
desert.
you
He's like
get right
running
in the
around.
puppy jungle now.
He's like fucking prancing about.
Aiden, put
There's
me down.
sun
Put me down. Put me
catchers.
down. Put me down.
Oh.
Anise
You know.
has fumbled out her phone and managed to take one very blurry picture because she found that very funny.
It's the cryptid photos are like you get barely anything on them. It's just the eyes are there. It's like
There's like a streak of orange of Penelope's hair in the breeze while I'm just
he's
running
like
around with her.
hugging her so tightly. He's like, "You're the best." Echoes the best. He hugs Annis. Oh my god, he hugs Derek. I have family. I mean, I did. Not that Nina's not. I have there's some more sun catchers. I had that.
Okay, but
He hugs
hey, hey,
Johnny.
hey, hey, hey. Don't get too excited.
Oh god, what if?
They're being assholes.
Oh, that's actually better. I got worried for a second. I was like, they could be dead, and she just found their
No,
bodies.
they're
No,
alive, but
assholes
they're
is
being
better.
assholes.
They're being
They're not.
assholes.
They're not cooperating with Echo.
I got this. I'll join you. I'll join you. They have to help. We have things to
Oh
do. We
Jesus.
have Einosh to kill. They got. I mean, they should absolutely listen to someone, even if they're not a sun catcher. But I'll be like, hey, I'm a sun catcher. And we're family, and you should understand that this is bad. Penelope, they're sun catchers. I gotta go tell Kilthag. Oh my god, he's gotta take Clover back. I'm so Anise, can you talk to the back? I don't think
I
I can join.
I uh I mean,
Jesus
slow
Christ.
down. Okay, just slow down. Stop for a second. Okay. I don't have to talk to Backdraft now or here. I suppose, I guess we'll all go to the
You can
desert.
be my family.
Uh, Seems like a bad idea to split up that much. Or I could stay here, or I could go north and start moving Layla. I don't know. I don't know what the
I don't want you
best
moving
course
ley
of
lines
action.
without either one of us.
That does seem dangerous.
I don't want you in danger. Hey, maybe if you move the ley lines towards the desert, he gets mad because it's the desert. Didn't you guys say the desert would be a great place to pull him away from trees?
I can't do that. I can move ley lines in the desert, but I can't move ley
That's what I'm
lines
saying.
that he's attached to.
Uh,
I would have to go up there to the
what
forest.
about? Well, we're just drawing his attention, right? So like, hmm,
All right, you guys get your thing figured out.
we're going to the desert. We're going to the desert.
How soon are you leaving?
I'm trying to figure that out. Let me call up Vivian, or actually, you know what? I don't need to call up Vivian. Morgan's right there. I'm a dumbass. Okay, hold please. Hold please. Okay. Hi.
Well,
Oh,
hello. I see you excited the horseman.
yeah. No, I was not expecting that, and I saw my life flash before my eyes for like 5 seconds.
What happened? Did he see
Okay.
a bee or something?
No. So he found out, or well, okay. So Echo is down in the desert looking for the deforestation thing, right?
Right?
Um, Apparently she ran across some centaurs down there who, in theory, could help her with this quest. But apparently they are not cooperating with her. And they just so happen to be related to Aiden.
That's certainly interesting based on my limited understanding of his story.
Yeah. So he's very excited. But I was going to ask if you could help me see some water so I can get down there faster.
You're looking for water in the desert.
I know, right?
Um,
I know. The more I say it out loud, the dumber I feel.
I think we could probably pick a side to come in from, but
Yeah,
we will
yeah.
have to actually travel the desert. All
I mean, that's fair. We can totally do that.
right, I am gonna pull up Yieldy map because this is a part of the map that you haven't really had to interact with before. So let's just share a map. So for reference, I'm assuming everyone can see this map.
Eh.
There's a bit of space between where you are and where you would be going. So on this map, um, the picture that you have of Echo on here is where she was last you heard before this. Presumably she's
Mhm.
further in now because she's talking about the desert, and where she's at there is the grasslands. Um,
Okay.
so what she means by desert could be the area to the super far to the south, like past those mountains, which
Mhm.
is definitely desert. There's also a lot of sandy dune stuff to the west of that. When you're talking about the stories of the area that used to be lush and green and pretty and whatnot and then got wrecked, that would be the area that has those little cacti on it. So that's to the south, past the grasslands, past like the hills and the mountains. Like it is pretty much the bottom point of this continent is where it got wiped down to deserts. So
Okay.
in terms of where Morgan could get you, um, there's the ocean to the left and the right of it, and then there's that
Mm-hmm.
giant kind of a lake area in the middle of the far south part. Um, just fast forwarding through the conversation because I know you don't want to be talking actual logistics forever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she can send you to the ocean on either side of it, and you can try to go in on foot. She can send you to that body of water that's immediately adjacent to it, but is more landlocked. She does note to you that she can't exactly send you with a bunch of camels and other stuff to traverse the desert on necessarily, or horses or any of that stuff. Like you would have to figure it out when you got there. Or if you wanted to go with more supplies, you could probably get some stuff together and go the old-fashioned way, like by boat. She could get you to one of the towns, like the one to the west of where Echo is on the map right now, so that you
Mm-hmm.
could actually get provisions, and then you could sail to the south and go in around one way, or you could go the way that Echo probably went, which is on land through the grasslands. Keeping in mind, Echo is also a ranger, so maybe more comfortable with that than you are. But you get to pick how you want to get there. But there's no like fast. There happens to be a lake next to the area that you're going to, so you get to pick
Yeah.
a path. But she will enable whichever
Mm,
one you decide, just acknowledging she's not sending you through with like a whole bunch of pack animals. If you want animals and stuff to ride, you're probably going to have to get close and find them in a location there, or get them and get on a boat.
okay. Um. Okay. I'd say she'd probably go the route of like going to that city or the little town next to where Echo's picture is,
Okay.
and then getting the boat down that way so that they could actually have some sort of provisions with them.
Okay. She could definitely
Um,
get you there.
because she said that she's in the desert. So that
Yeah.
either means she's in that sandy bit or she's in that kind of grassy area. But my guess would be she's in the sandy bit.
Yeah. You can safely assume that even though that's an incredibly long distance for her to have traveled, she is also a ranger with a super wolf and limited access to traversal abilities as a ranger. So she probably made crazy good time in spite of all of it. For the
Yeah,
lot of you traveling, especially with, the fact that you are more of a squishy people, you might want to have animals do some of that walking
yeah,
for you.
yeah. But here's the real question: can we put a horse on a horse?
Mechanically, yes, I would not recommend it because, unlike the game mechanics, I acknowledge how heavy Iden is, and I would absolutely not inflict that on a horse.
Cool.
But mechanically, yes,
Okay.
you could actually have a halfling riding a centaur riding a horse. Mechanically, it is stupid,
Amazing.
but you can do that.
Um. Okay.
And the horse could ride
Then
a
yeah,
dragon.
that's. Oh dear. So you could have a halfling riding a horse, riding a dragon.
With a
Perfect.
centaur somewhere in the middle, yeah. It is very dumb.
End of campaign. Let's go. Okay, then yeah, she will work it out so that they go down there and then go from there.
Okay. So then in that case, you just have to decide how many people you want to bring.
Okay. Okay, so obviously Penelope is going. Johnny is going. I assume Morgan is going, but I also don't. Morgan doesn't count for the purposes of water transport, does she?
No, she does not
Okay.
need your help.
I did. I
Yeah.
didn't think so, but I
No,
didn't want
this
to
is me
assume.
confirming to you. She's not worried about that.
Okay. Okay, so I, in theory, could take at least 2 more people.
Presumably, you're bringing Aiden based on that little zoomie.
Yeah. Okay, so I can bring 1 more person. Oh shit! I accidentally closed the window that had the other map in it. Whee!
I imagine your bodyguards would appreciate it if at least one of them was going with you.
Both of you are banned. Hold please. All right. Okay. Where? There it is. I think. Okay. I was like, I don't know where everybody is right now, and I've lost the map. But I found the map. Okay. Well, before she's like, hey, fuck you guys, she's gonna come over and explain the transportation situation to Anise and Naiden. I'm not gonna go over it again unless you guys need me to, but
No, you're good. Yeah.
yeah, she'll explain it, and they'd be like, they'll only have room for like 1 other person. And like, I don't want to exclude you, Anise, but I also would have to exclude like Derek and Freddie and like 500 other people.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'll find something to do here, or I'll go up north or something. Not everyone needs to go to the desert. I probably won't like it anyway.
Yeah, there's not a lot of like trees and shit down there, so there's barely any water. I'm not actually. Well, no, I was gonna say I'm not actually sure how Echo's doing down there, and no, she's a homunculus. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you weren't like upset or offended or anything.
No?
Okay.
Bjorn appears from the rooftops. Well, if the big man's going with you, Boss Bear, do you need me to go with her?
I mean, I would appreciate that.
He pulls out like his fucking like spatula. You shall be protected.
Okay, there you have Bjorn. He's very
Also,
terrifying.
I guess I will go with you to the desert then, he says as he makes his way down.
Bjorn looks at Mishka. It'd be too powerful if 2 bears were in the desert, clearly.
Well, I mean, at least one of us should probably go with Boss Bear.
Exactly. We can't
Kind
leave
of
Boss
getting,
Bear's friend unattended.
kind of, right, kind of getting paid. I am getting paid to protect Boss Bear, so. You go with the you go with the half elves then.
Excellent. I'll relay information I find.
Good.
Look out for the nearest food truck.
If I see a food truck, I will let you know. Do you want me to like slash its tires?
No. That's your information. If you see one, you likely have a message.
Oh, okay. Do you still want me to slash its tires?
Only if there is an IHOP on wheels, and then
Okay.
slash everything.
Okay.
I will do that for you.
Excellent.
Yay. Okay.
Bjorn on the fucking. Oh god, yeah, where is Bjorn? Bjorn's just. He's invisible. Oh, there
She's
he
so
is.
good at hiding.
Ooh, he's in the bushes over here. I'll be your eyes and ears.
Bjorn, when did you get there?
Very
I'm
sneaky, that
terrified now.
one. Sneaky bear.
Now that there's enough people around, Derek has decided that it's okay for him to be part of this conversation again. After you
Oh
told him to go over
I'm
there.
so sorry, Derek. I'm so sorry.
Admittedly, him being out of the way probably helped when you hit your zoomies. So,
100%. Honestly, he probably would have picked up Derek if he was right there. Let's be real. He's like, "Yo, bro." He's just like,
got family.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, he's gonna
some
turn around. He's like,
combination of Fast and Furious ensues.
yeah. It just turns to Derek. Derek, I got family, and he just like hugs him.
That's great, big guy. Proud of you.
Yeah.
I mean, oh god, no, not again. Every time he starts getting the zoomies, she has to like plaster herself against Anise so that she doesn't get trampled. Just like,
Look,
Joke's
he's
on
very.
you. He picks them both up and just zooms.
ah!
I pick all three of them up. Watch this, baby. Wee.
Johnny, help!
I'll pick up Johnny too. Wee.
Oh,
Get the whole
God.
party in here. Except you,
Diana's
Freddy.
like, I'm staying
Not
500
you.
miles away from that hot mess.
If you do that again, your family's going to get one person smaller.
Johnny, no. Johnny, no. Don't reduce their size.
I only know
It's
one
not
sun
fun.
catcher.
Don't
She
make them
only knows
small horses.
one.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Yes.
Wait, but I've got to. But your wedding. I gotta be there for your wedding, and like get that
You
set.
were.
Did
You
you?
did that.
Yeah, but Penelope said there's gonna be a whole ceremony, like a big wedding
Like a party. But
party.
you,
Yeah, that. I gotta be there for your
look,
party, Johnny.
I know a
haven't
necromancer.
been.
We can make this work.
Like, I didn't look. I haven't gotten the invitations printed or anything yet, so there's still time to decide numbers.
So excited for you, by the way. I'm so excited. We're gonna kick Einosh's ass. We're gonna complete this guerrilla war and then wedding.
That's right. You fly those death flags. You fly them proud.
Yeah.
As soon as this
No
war's
idea
over,
what
we're
we
going to
do.
get married. Gonna have a party with all our friends.
Yeah, all the good things.
Penelope's like, okay, I'm going over this way now. Ugh.
All right, so you've determined your groupings. Per my understanding of things, at least one of the groups is going to stick around until tomorrow because you're doing your statue thing, or are you just going to trust Kiltac to handle that?
I also need to set the waypoint for us to get back. God forbid anything happens, so I have to wait till tomorrow. That's a 6th level spell.
Okay, so Aiden can't leave until tomorrow.
Yeah, like he could do it the moment the morning hits, like ass o'clock in the morning, but he has to set that that circle up.
Okay.
That is the only downside.
Then, in the meantime, since Aiden can't leave until tomorrow morning. Oh, apparently I'm just hiccuping now. Okay, so Aiden can't leave until the morning. If Penelope is taking him down to where the sun catchers are, she can't leave in the morning now. Neither can the rest of the desert crew.
Like, if you're fine with him not setting up that circle, then it's one thing, but that circle's a get out of jail free card, essentially. And he'd have to set it up at another point, and I don't know when we'll be back in residual.
Who's getting out of jail?
So essentially, like as he explains, he's like, because he'll look to you, he's like, I don't know when Echo wants you there, but like I kind of told Anise, I need more magical energy to get this circle set up at the Temple of Eldath. If for any reason the lot of us are in danger and we have to get out quickly, it will bring us back to the temple. If
Ah,
Yeah, and I mean all of us. Well,
okay.
up to like what, 6 of us, I think. Hold
Oh, I don't know.
on. I gotta go look at my shit again. It essentially covers the whole party.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's instantaneous. It's not minutes. It's we're gone.
It's a bug out spell.
Yep.
Gotcha. I mean, yeah, if you need to get that set up, that's okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm really worried about. We don't know what potentially could happen, and I want to keep you safe.
Well,
I want to keep everyone
from the
safe.
tone that Penelope got, it doesn't sound like there's any danger so much as she's just run into a roadblock, so she's probably stuck until someone gets there.
Yeah.
The main
You
thing
never
for the group to
know.
remember in general is that obviously with each day, things are happening in the world, even if you don't know about them. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
don't
because
worry too much about actually, taking downtime. Just acknowledge that if you're like, and then we hang out for a week making potions, stuff will still be happening.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's just yeah, that's the only thing that I do want to get, because once it's set up, it's permanently set up. Um, that's his only thing.
So, okay, so you've got the thing with the temple. Um, and Andis, we're getting you set up with the ley lines, or did you want to do more research first?
I'm honestly not sure what to do at this point.
Do you still want to talk
Moving
to
the ley
Backtrack?
line, I mean, I suppose I could see if they may be willing to help rebuild that temple or fight Einosh with us, but moving the ley line, it's such a big forest. I don't know if moving ley lines is going to do much more other than annoy Einosh and draw his focus to where I am. So I don't know what I can really do at this point.
Do you think that if you did that, you could at least stop it from expanding? Because from the story you guys told me, it sounded like in a matter of days it was going to be in our backyard.
I suppose moving the ley lines could possibly do that, or getting that southern temple back up and making sure the northern temple doesn't fall. It probably would be the best course of action.
Get it locked in that ring.
Yeah, I think whatever we can do to start like shrinking it down and keeping it from escaping is going to help.
Or at least not encroaching.
Yeah.
So I suppose I can go see if I can talk to someone in Backdraft about that, and then I guess head up north. You'll all be once I guess once Echo gets her hands on whatever it is she's looking for, you're all coming up to the north anyway to help us deal with Einosh.
Yeah, I mean, unless things change, but I feel like that's the plan.
Well, since you're all not leaving until tomorrow, I suppose any of you could come with me to talk to Backdraft if you really wanted to, or I can just go alone. Well, I'm not going to go alone, obviously.
Fjord is
Oh,
like, I can join you.
I mean, I don't see why not.
So you have a potential group. So yeah, like obviously you have the rest of the day for whatever. Like I imagine you don't want to be like, and then we spend 3 sessions shopping or whatever. But if we want to
Yeah.
do an overview of any minor side things that you want to accomplish, then we can just play out the ones that are actually stuff you want to play.
Yeah,
Um,
essentially, like, I do not want to spend time on screen as Aiden will catch up with Kilthak to be like, "This is what I need you to do.
uh,
Go take Clover to, Van-Fem when you're,
when
done
he's ready.
exploring and you've
Yeah.
got energy again," yeah, and then in the downtime, because Bjorn will join Anise for Backdraft, Aiden's going to research probably in the Eldath. He'll just stay there for the rest of the day just to do that thing first thing in the morning, and have Clover over there, um, is kinda start doing some insight on that fucking sword. Well, I say sword, the, like, cleaver thing while he does have some downtime.
Mhm.
And then let the party do whatever they're doing, and, like, that's just I don't wanna play that out.
That's totally fair. Yeah. So just to
Cool.
clarify for the cleaver thing, you're trying to find a way to destroy it, right?
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Research even more, like, just essentially take the time since we're gonna have until next morning, so that'll be what he
All
does.
right. Let me know where you would be researching that, and that will help me determine how likely it is you find an answer, and then we can do a roll.
Okay. Cool, 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 cool. I'll send you side messages
Sure.
on ideas.
But yeah, like we don't have to play that part out. It's just gonna be a check.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is what you are doing. Um, because no one's really spoken for her yet, what is Diana doing? I see she's walked up to the group.
She's mostly walking over to find out what's going on because she's been over there chatting with Morgan the whole time.
That's fair. Um,
Um,
is it safe to assume she was caught up, or
yeah, I'll say that Penelope caught her up.
okay? Like I don't mind if you want to play it out, but also I'm not going to make you role play with yourself if
Yeah,
Penelope's catching
it's
her up. Like,
nah, I'm not gonna.
yeah,
Um, that being said, I don't know what she would do. Like, I know she's not gonna go with them to the desert. There's, well, I mean, she could get there herself, but that's not even on her radar of things to do.
yeah,
Um, she'll see. I mean, she'll ask if like Annis wants another accompaniment to see Backdraft.
I mean, sure.
She's like, otherwise, I don't have
I would say
really
she
much
could
of
always
anything. Hmm?
I mean, would she wanna join Aiden in his research to destroy this thing?
She doesn't really have any interest in it.
That's fair. I figured I'd throw it out there.
I mean,
Yeah.
admittedly, like just to, I'm not going to do like a full info dump session with the backdraft thing, just because I feel like I've just hit you with a few info dump sessions. Um, but yeah, like they're absolutely like it's a group that's going to have access to some information, and so I know there's stuff that Diana wants to know about this setting, and that's
Mm-hmm.
enough of a reason for her to go. In
Yeah.
fact, anyone who goes, like, what we'll do is we'll establish some of the description for that, but then we'll probably like if you just go in with some goals, some of it's just going to be like, and then we roll, and then I tell you what you find out, just so that you don't get stuck under like the fifth info dump session in a row.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just say Diana's gonna go with Annis to see Backdraft.
Cool.
Friendship
And
bracelet
then
club.
uh, I guess Penelope and Johnny will. Ooh, I guess they'll go shopping in town to like start collecting provisions and stuff.
That makes sense,
Might go stop by the library to see if Nostalgia's still there or something, or if Nostalgia ever came back.
right? Yeah, last you saw Nostalgia was zipping off to go deal with a problem that was
Mm-hmm.
her own fault. So that's fun. Okie dokie. All right. Sounds like we've covered a few bases.
Ooh.
So, all right. I know that at the start of this, we said that there were things that each of you wanted to do. We're not just going to cut away from that because I know that there's at least one other thing that was going to happen. I think we've safely covered the Iden one.
Yep.
So we are now
I
free to move on to the Anise one or the Penelope one.
was gonna say the Penelope one is very not really that big of a deal right now, and can be handled later if we need to.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I had planned this on not having everyone around, so I guess I'll change
Well,
plans
time is
slightly.
occurring before people go and do stuff. Like they can
Yeah.
fan out a little bit because they've got various other things to talk about.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
track
Yep.
down Penelope over there.
Mishka's gonna go sit back up here.
You're to join
There you go.
Fishka.
We just threw
There
him.
you
Just
Wow.
Bam. Iden will probably go prepare like
Okay, I'm like, am I gonna have to kick Diana out? All right. So
look. No, Diana is like gonna go check in with her other friend over here.
So Anise, as she is talking to Derek, she's going to be like taking off her sword and removing her bag and removing most of her clothing. She's not like stripping, but gonna be
Woo!
like, just want you to know, Derek, you've been very polite and nice and caring since I met you, and that is very sexy of you. Could you hold on to this for just a few moments as she's
Are
like
are you
handing him like her swords and stuff?
are you about to go gangsta on somebody?
Oh, you know it.
Cool. Okay, I got your back.
Okay, but just whatever happens, just stay out of it, please.
Oh, as long as it doesn't look like you're gonna die.
I'm not. No worry.
He
Just gonna
he follows, but at a distance as he's lugging around your stuff.
right. Oh, did Anise? I wonder if Anise would have been able to tell where Freddy went.
In terms of his like brooding gargoyle ass, or
Uh huh.
like he hasn't really left that spot. He seems to just be sitting up there doing his best
Fair. Okay.
moody
Well,
bitch impression.
Sorry, Mishka. Sorry, Bjorn.
That's good.
She's gonna come right here. She's gonna call up to where Freddy is. Like, Frederick Davis. We don't have a whole
Yes.
lot of time. We don't have a whole lot of time together, and I don't want to waste it being mad at you. So get down here and fight me.
He's trying to think back on if she's had this tone and
He
behavior
said
before.
Oh, she said that exact same thing to him multiple times throughout their time in Sherwood. They'd get into little fights, and she'd be like mad at him, and then be like, "Oh, but we're not. He's gonna leave really soon. I don't want to be mad at him. I mean, I want to still be mad at him, but I don't want to be mad at him."
He is gonna do his vampire perpendicular walk down nonsense.
Mm. Like, I'm not forgiving you yet. I This things from Sherwood I still haven't forgiven you for, Like that time you told everyone about the birthmark on my thigh and that's how they all knew that. Do you know how many well-meaning aunts and grandmothers and elderly types came up to me and asked if I was okay after that?
I honestly thought that was okay. So I didn't know a lot about druids, and I kind of just assumed that whole thing about the naked dancing meant everybody knew. I kind of learned my lesson.
Mm,
I am sorry,
mhm, mhm.
but yeah, you're upset about a lot of
Uh-huh.
things, and that's fair.
I don't want to
So
waste time being mad, so just fight me. Let's just
so
fight like we
we're
used
just
to.
gonna we're gonna fast track that right now, just to And I guess normal rules. No knives,
No
no turning into
swords, no
bears,
keys, no wild shapes.
and
No
No,
bears.
your servant isn't gonna kill me or turn me into a pig if we do this.
no, she she isn't.
Okay.
She's not. No, no one else is going to interfere.
And this is what you want.
Yes.
And we agree we're not gonna like try to kill each other. We're just gonna vent.
Just sparring like we used to.
Just sparring.
How
Okay.
many times? How many times? I mean, you pissed me off way more times than I annoyed you. But to be fair, I did annoy you, and then we let's just fight.
Um okay. Um all right, as long as everyone knows that I'm not trying to make this worse. But it's you're right, we've done this before. We'll get through that. Purely to avoid being even more of a cliche than I already am, can we not fight under this angel statue?
Fine, probably for the best if we go somewhere with grass anyway, because I'm gonna throw you onto it repeatedly with my extreme strength.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Guess down here. Hold on, let me just check something. He sticks his hand in the fountain water. Oh, good. Holy water doesn't do anything to me. Cool. Got it. All right. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Just being mindful of the splash zone. You'd think I would have checked that by now, but here we are. So I'm going to move the camera down for the fun of everybody else. Got a nice open little area.
Bjorn is spectating.
I want you to know that he has
He
absolutely
says,
appeared with a giant sign that says round 1 and walks right between you two. You don't know where it's come from. He does a little pose and he just get like next to Anise, he just goes, kick his ass. And then walks back to like position to watch from the fucking top and is eating like goddamn fucking waffle fucking oh god. Uh hash browns. Passes
Sure.
one to Mishka.
I am putting $20 on the
On
half
Anise.
elf.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, aren't they both half hills?
The vampire one is vampire,
Oh,
from what
and
I know. I
that's
don't
fair.
really care.
20, he like shakes head $20 on Anise on half elf. Yes,
Well, okay, but if we're betting, someone has to
I
counter
don't bet
bet,
on him. He going to lose.
or we just exchange $20 bills.
Nothing beats scorned woman. Have you not seen the anger and wrath of
Are
woman?
you guys betting on this?
Yes, on Anise. Put in
How much are you guys betting?
20.
Oh, it wouldn't be dollars, it would be euros.
Oh yeah, euros.
Um,
Sorry. He puts down actual dollars because he's got Waffle House American money too. $20.
I put down some euros.
Hey, Annis, if you want to have some really easy money, I know a guy and another guy who could make a big mistake right now.
Don't tell her to lose. Let her win.
Are you
I don't
two
have to let her
really
do anything.
betting? Are you two really betting on? Ugh.
They're both
Kick his
picking
ass,
you.
Ennis.
Well, obviously, of course they would. I'm a boss
Thank
ass
you.
bitch.
Throws sign up higher. Thank you.
Diana's just gonna look over at Belle and be like, are you okay with this?
As long as this is what they want to do, sometimes they just got to get it out of their system. Like
I
if I
Okay.
realize
get
I
the
can
impression
differ.
he's gonna kill her, I'll turn him into a pig and roast him. But otherwise, this is on them. This is their problem.
Oh, please.
This is okay. This is gonna be fun.
All right, so
Uh,
You got your
Any other
spectators.
PCs or NPCs spectating?
Like, does Aiden hear this chaos as like he's like walking in? Because he'll fucking turn around and watch this shit. Like, oh man.
I mean,
Johnny's
she probably heard. She wasn't being quiet. She probably
yeah.
heard the full government name and.
Oh yeah. He's like, what? He'll
Johnny
watch
is
some
over here
videos.
next to Penelope going, it's probably for the best. Sometimes they just get all
Yeah.
pent up and they need to let it out, although honestly, uh, I feel like
Aiden's
that
watching the
Freddy's
mixer.
in a lose-lose situation here. He either
Yeah. If
loses
he
or he loses.
like if he wins, he loses. If he loses, he loses.
Hang on, I'm gonna roll something real
And
quick.
if he doesn't treat it seriously, she's gonna feel like she was being played, and then he's gonna lose even more.
Yeah.
Well, if I remember correctly from the last time you bothered to show up to Sherwood, it was 8. I had won 8 times and you won twice. So I feel like I am in first place here.
Um,
Yeah. Okay. And he proceeds to take a wrestling stance. He seems a bit more confident than he was those 8 times you beat him.
Yeah, Anise will also go into a wrestling stance, remembering all the many times she lost to Lovisa. And some of the other Sherwood kids and so
Wait,
on and so
you mean to
forth.
Luvia, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Luvia, not Lovisa.
All those
She
times that
totally
you
wrestled Luvia.
had trouble wrestling a sickly old woman.
God.
As you do.
They have a lot of the same letters in their name,
That was
okay?
on purpose. That's my fault.
Oh my goodness. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. All right. So yeah,
And
he gets into position, and as it's about to begin, Johnny produces a fiddle and starts to do the da 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 in the
well,
background to make this more
to
epic.
be to be fair, all but like one of those times we didn't have any music accompanying us when we fought, so this is different.
So yeah, Johnny is playing some music in the background, making things a little bit more exciting. And Freddy kind of does the Matrix thing of signifying it's your move.
Cool. Yeah, I guess she will throw the first punch. Is that like an unarmed attack or a check or
Um, I don't think you're actually proficient with unarmed strikes, right?
I'm not, no.
Then it's just a strength check.
Strength check? Okay. I attack him with the sword. No, I already said no swords. Ah, I don't know what I just rolled, but that's not what I meant to roll. Okay. Strength check. Strength.
Oh yeah, you rolled wisdom.
Well,
All right, he will do what he can to not get punched. So, oh, you can't see the results of the rolls. Well, that's less fun. So, yeah, you send a punch. Where are you trying to punch him? Like right in the face? Is this like a jab? Like you're just going for the
this
haymaker?
is jab. Yeah.
Okay. So you deliver a quick jab at him, and he leans back with the punch, but you do still connect. It's not like a full like knock him down thing. You get the impression he's kind of learned how to roll with punches, but it does still hurt. Um, and he having like leaned back with it as you've held your stance pretty well with the jab, he shifts his weight and he tries to give you a cross hook with his left arm. And you're not going to have to roll for that because it does not connect. It comes up short. It seems he's misjudged your distance. It is now your turn.
Okay. I guess I'll throw another punch. As boring as that is.
Sure. I mean, you can box.
Oh, okay.
That's what he rolled in his last roll too. The
That's
two
the
of you are
lowest
kind
I
of
can
testing the
roll.
water.
That's the lowest I can roll with Penelope around.
Yeah. So you're both sort of go back and forth for a few punches. Like you got that initial jab in, and now both of you seem to be testing each other's current reflexes. You haven't really done this in a while, and since you did that, one of you's taken levels in fighter, and the other became a paladin. So you're both kind of figuring out where each other are.
That is
Um,
fair.
um, After a little bit of back and forthing, he decides to go in for a punch, but this time it's a feint, and then he follows it up with a cross punch with the other arm. So now give a dexterity save to see if you can dodge out of it. Okay, so you see it coming and you turn with it, similar to what he did before. So like it grazes across your face. It's not like a full bloody nose or anything, but it does hurt. It smarts.
Ugh, finally taking this seriously, huh?
I only want to get my ass kicked so much.
Let's see. Anise will try and go for his stomach. Why not?
Okay. Okay. So you go in to strike his stomach, and when you do so, he swings his arm up and redirects you into a throw, and he actually manages with that to shift you around to the side of him. And now he's going to come in with an attack. Now that you're off balance. So now that he's shifted you past him, he's actually going to turn and try to kick you in the side. So you can do a dexterity save to see if you avoid it. Yeah, you do. You spin with it. He goes for the kick. You shift your weight around it and lean under the thing, kind of Matrix style, and the kick goes over you. Now that you're low and he's extended, you can go in for an attack with
Oh
advantage
yeah,
because he's overextended.
I'm sweeping his legs.
Go for it. Street Fighter, that nonsense. And how? A 20 and an 18. You wanted this. Um, yeah, I'm not going to give him a save against that. So he goes for the kick at you after tossing you past, but it turns out that you were playing him from the start. You dive down low, you swing a leg at his one planted foot, completely knocking him on his ass, causing him to roll over. He now has his back to the fountain, and you come out of that one upright while he's down. You can get another attack because he's still got to get his balance back up.
I gotta roll something.
Sure.
Wish I could
Dunk
just like
'em!
flip a coin.
Dunk 'em!
but-
That's from Bjorn, by the
Um,
way.
no. So she's gonna approach and hold a hand down to him as if to pull him up. Like, oh no, we're not done yet. That was only round one.
He reaches out to take your hand. He seems to trust you in this one.
Yeah, she'll pull him up.
Okay, gets back up. He shifts over. He's like, "All right, where's the ring person with the number? All right, number two." And this time he shifts his foot instead of being in like a sort of wrestler to boxer pose. He instead shifts to a bit more of a reserved, like arms on his side, standing vertical pose that you recognize from the way that some of the people in the church stand, with none of their
Hmm.
arms extended. And with that, he moves towards you, but his arms are still down on his sides to get very close.
Mm.
You are welcome to take an action.
It's not an arm to run.
It's
God
the opposite. His arms are down on his side. If anything, he
damn.
looks open and vulnerable.
He's like rushing at her
No,
essentially.
he's walking. He's doing that walking forward thing that they do. Like, imagine the creepy walking circles around people's stuff they do in Fate Zero. He's
Oh,
just walking
gotcha.
up at you with his arms down on his sides. You know he's not reaching for keys, but that's presumably what he would have been doing if he were actually trying to fight you
Hmm.
with him.
Uh, well, I was thinking she would try and use his momentum to throw him into the fountain if that wouldn't like kill him.
Right?
I guess I'll try to do that.
Okay. Yeah, you can do. If you're gonna try to chuck him, then yeah, you can do an athletics check.
Athletics. Okay. It's on another tab. Athletics. I have a big bonus in that. This should be fun. Uh,
All right, he will try to see how well he avoids that. Okay, so you reach over to grab him and you get your arms around him, but as you go to throw him in the fountain, he drops completely, shifting his weight under him, and he actually rolls you in such a way that Anise, your face goes in the water over him. He then slips out from under you and goes back up into the standing pose. You have a face full of fountain water.
mm, yummy. Yeah, she's gonna get out of the fountain.
When she turns around, he extends one of his hands to help you back out, like you just did for him.
All right, that's fair. Okay, so that was round 2.
That was
Now I
two.
know better.
All right. So starting in round three, he's continuing in that weird, almost passive standing thing. He seems to be
He's
waiting for
just
you to come
standing
to
there.
him.
Hmm. Yeah, she'll try another jab.
Okay.
That's strength.
Yep. Strength. All right. Where are you jabbing?
Hmm. Sternum.
Okay. So yeah, you move forward at him, and as you as you move at him, it looks for a moment like you're going to go in for the punch, but you snap your arm and directly jab him quickly without full power, but definitely quickly and probably faster than he was expecting, like right in the sternum. And when you do so, like you see that he bends his knees to try to get under the impact, but he could not do it faster than you were moving. And so you pop him right there and he shifts back kind of anime style directly against the wall and in the bush as his weight is not really planted to take this hit. And so you successfully connect and push him right back into there. And it kind of gives the vibe of the like pushing someone against a wall and you holding your arm there for a brief moment to signify that, like, yeah, I got you. You then have the freedom to back up if you want. He clearly was not expecting it that fast.
Yeah, no, no, no. I was exactly. No, she's. Let me explain what a kabedan is to all of the listeners that don't know. So no, she's gonna like keep going with the momentum and just slam a hand against the wall right beside his head.
He does not look at the smashing wall behind him, and he instead holds eye contact with Annis, and then he says, "It's probably good I don't have to breathe, or that would have really messed me up."
Mm. And so she's gonna be talking quietly, but again, audio medium, so I
Yep.
can't like whisper.
Hmm.
So I'm already mad at you. You got anything else you want to go ahead and confess? Anything else that you're keeping from me? I don't know. Uh, Relationships with people between the last time I saw you and when we showed up on that boat. That CL lady was really cute, or
Oh God,
one of
are
the
you
people,
kidding? She's
one of the
terrifying.
one of the maybe one of the people on Van-Fem's boat. Fancy was cute too.
So I'm sure you know that from the group of people there, they are all different kinds of cursed and toxic, right?
Right.
Yeah. You want to take care of Fancy, but fun fact about being kind of weird undead thing that I am, all of their little tricks don't actually work on me. Like whatever it is that makes them work doesn't extend to me, and quite honestly, I appreciate it because I'm not interested in any of that. And I've seen what it does to people who are. And no, like nothing has happened with any of them. And honestly, the idea of CL, oh God, are you kidding? She would break me in half by accident. No.
That's a good point. But
But no,
I
there,
am already mad. So if there's anything else, just go ahead and get it out of the way so I can be mad.
I mean, like being real with you on this one, like, yeah, there were plenty of times where I wanted to reach out, but I was super ashamed of myself and my situation. And at first, when I didn't say anything because I didn't want to endanger anyone, I could at least tell myself that I was doing it for other people. But after a few weeks, after a few months, after that first summer without contact, not only would I be embarrassed for all of that stuff, but the idea of like telling you or anyone else that I just stayed away because I was afraid is not the most appealing. But when it came down to hearing about that the group of you were coming, part of me was just relieved that one way or another, as much as or as little as it hurt, this part would be over. The worrying about what people say would be over. The keeping it a secret would be over. And it is. I mean, it doesn't take away from everything that I did. I can't really fix that. Like maybe if I had a servant and I could win a Grail War and I could make a wish, I'd wish that I handled this differently. But no, like I don't have anything else. I'm not a complicated person. I ended up in a bad situation. I worried for my family. I circled in on myself and blaming myself for so many things. I got tied up in the wrong direction. I made some deals with people that I'm not proud of, but at the time seemed like the best option I had. I was afraid of bringing danger back to the other people that I care about. But yeah, I was a dick and I didn't send a letter. I didn't want people to come looking for me. I didn't want people to get brought into my mess. And even now, like, I'm worried that you're here and you're doing all of this crazy shit in part because I'm here. And I don't want to be the reason something bad happens to you. And so, yeah, I'll fight the church. I'll fight Van-Fem on his boat. I'll go fight a tree murder monster. Those things aren't as scary to me as facing up to what I've done, but I've got to fight that too. So, yeah, I don't have anything else. I have no more secrets. There's no secret girlfriend. There's none of that. And honestly, I wish you the absolute best with your boyfriend up there. He seems really nice, even if he's a total dork. And I know I blew my shot, and I have to live with that. But no, I got nothing else. Like, that's it. If you really
Well,
want to know the whole story with me, I'm sure your mom's been watching it like a soap opera. God knows that woman knows how to scry.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to explaining
She's probably
all of this.
watching you kick my ass right now.
I hope not. And she'll like back up a little bit. All right. Well, got that out of my system. For the record, you're also a total dog, you know, hot, kettle black, all that.
Look, I didn't wake up one morning and decide to drop a deep voice and go play superhero. I just ended up attacked by a monster and not dying. A lot of this comes with the territory. That said, have you ever tried actually just hanging out behind this statue? It actually is pretty comforting.
Hmm.
People can't bother you. But yeah, that's my deal.
All right. Well, looks like it's 9 to 2. And I don't know if anyone bet against me, but that's it. I'm I'm done, I guess.
Good. And as you step back, you can see that he, even though he doesn't really have to breathe, he seems to relax his muscles a little bit. And then you can feel the slight edge of that mana eating aura of his expanding outward, which makes it a little more clear to you that he was at least spending some of his mental energy during that entire fight, making sure he wasn't accidentally hurting you.
Well, we've both come a long way from Sherwood,
Yep.
metaphorically and also literally.
Yeah. Kind of hoping that when this is all over, if I can get my own act sorted out, maybe I can pay the visit and see the sights without your family killing me.
Well, I think at the very least my siblings will be happy to see you. I don't know if my mother will, but
Um, she was
who
never especially
knows?
happy to see me, so that's not really new.
Sherwood's not too much different from the last time you were there, but the siblings have all gotten taller. Ollie's gotten really tall.
Is it true that Beach got jacked?
Oh, Beach got so jacked.
How does that happen?
I think I think he was doing it to impress someone that's even more jacked than he is.
I guess that would do it.
Oh, I hope you get to meet Montgomery. That'll be fun.
I'm sure. Sounds like you continue to collect interesting friends.
I guess it's what we do.
Well, I look forward to hopefully meeting them. Maybe I'll get a chance to get my sisters in here too.
After we've won this Grail War and fixed your mana vampire thing, there's a lot of places we can go. Throw up those death flags.
Yeah. Cue that wonderful Ghibli Hill scene where everyone's happy and under the clouds.
Look, someone's gonna die. Sure
Of
as hell
fun.
is gonna be me. I'm just bye, bitches.
Oh, don't worry. If Iden dies, it's not over.
Oh, oh God! Don't say that.
Near.
Fucking say that.
Look, I know some people that have been trying to make their own centaurs. He's full of parts.
Oh no, that bitch is gone.
And Anise will hold the record, and she's told this to Derek, so this is not news to, at the very least, Derek. Penelope probably also knows this. I'm not sure. For the record, Buck kept setting me up on dates. I dated like 4 people before I met Derek, so you were hard to get over. In fact, so hard that I'm not quite over you, but just, you told me you didn't have any weird people like CL or any of the
No,
Van-Fem people, so thought I would tell you I dated like 4 people.
be real with me. How good is Buck at finding people to date his cousin? Because I can't imagine that went well.
I stole one of them from him, which was very funny. He
I
was
believe
trying to
you.
make moves on her, and I just went, "Hey, pretty lady," and then we were dating for a few months. One of them that he set me up with actually panned out for a little while. The other 2 he had nothing to do with.
Fair enough.
They're all very nice.
Well, that's
Just
good.
didn't work out. The one that Buck set me up with is kind of a jerk.
In the meta, is that the
Anyway,
one that you went to for information on Van-Fem?
yeah,
Yeah, I
him.
thought so. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was tracking that right. Yeah, for those of you who've been listening to this forever, like go look that up. It's a continuity
That
reference.
was Prebo. That was Connor, the tiefling.
Yep. People keep saying Anise has a type, but you're really just looking at a sample size of 2 out of like 6.
It's true.
I still contend she has a type.
I like that the tiefling is the least edgy of her options.
What are they,
Ah,
nerdy?
Genasi was pretty wholesome.
They got 2
The
types.
elf was American.
Nerdy and edgy.
You've got to watch out for those American elves. You know there's something going on there.
Right? I think he was American. I can't remember. I made them up. You'd think I'd know.
Look,
I mean,
she's
an
like,
American
ooh,
elf
they're
might have been
nerdy.
here longer than America.
Mm. I also gave him the name Joe before Cotton Eye Joe was a
Right.
thing in our game. I also
No.
named one of them Nathaniel before Nathaniel was a thing in our game that
Look,
I knew about.
I named a character Seraphina, and then we got a Seraphina. I know how that goes.
There's so many names.
My favorite part is Penelope is having to actually refer to this person.
Yeah. My favorite thing is that I
And
am not responsible for 2 bears.
that's true.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm proud of us.
Just don't
I was
call
I was
just don't
very
call
entertained
Laura
by that.
Seraphina mom. Uh man, when I made the realization, that was so funny.
I
It
mean,
was
when I
funny as
knew that
hell.
for weeks before both of you knew that, it was hilarious. Like I had both of your sheets and everything, and I'm like, oh, good, you'll get along great.
Yeah, Annis had her little fight. She said her piece.
Okay,
She interrogated her boy. She's still mad at him,
got to do
but
her anime slam.
less mad. She did her little kabedon. Although kabedon is with both hands, I think. This was only one hand.
Oh, you can do a one-handed combat on.
This was I am
Zip
being
will allow it.
intimidating, bitch.
Yeah,
Look, I am the
Like
combat
I
on
am
expert,
here.
apparently.
I am here to kick her ass and be intimidating. And I'm done kicking her ass.
goes and buys bubble gum. There you go. So yeah, you've resolved that. Um, okay, so like I said, um, I am cool with however much or little we want to role play out the next part, but I have the feeling that people want things to move a little bit faster. So
Yeah.
I am also happy to like describe the scenario that you're going into and do a little role play, and then we can kind of just bullet list it just to make it so that by next session we can start with one group of people on their way to Cowboy Town or the other group of people off to do like their choice of ley line stuff or whatever else you want to do, and then we can just have that plan so that we are actually moving forward again. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
So
first
the
things,
next thing would be backdraft.
yeah, that would be what we're doing now. Yeah. Do you guys need a moment? Like I we're
Oh,
we're hard stopping in an hour, just to be clear, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
we can do that.
I am Gucci. I have thrown stuff over into the dryer real quick.
All right, let me get do do do. All right, there we go. So, you were informed when you were ready to meet with them to keep an eye out for someone wearing a friendship bracelet, and not shockingly, it doesn't take you very long to find one, especially around here where you initially met one. Um, what you find is an elf who seems to be just like a normal street vendor trying to sell people fish, fresh caught fish, very fishmongery. And as she waves around the fish to get your attention, you can see a friendship bracelet without much trouble. You show her your own friendship bracelet. She understands, and she seems to do some kind of spell casting thing that enough of you have done slash seen plenty of times to realize is some kind of sending, and proceeds on with the fishmongering. And within a few minutes, um, you once again see this one show up. Bloop,
Oh, it's kindling.
yay. So, who all is in the group, just to recap so that we have an understanding? So, Anise, uh,
Diana,
Diana,
Yeah.
Jorn.
Bjorn, yeah.
Bjorn. Okay,
If the
Mhm.
boys want to come along, Hemlock is always kind of there.
right. Okay, yeah, they're shadowing, although um, it seems like Derek and Freddie are staying back a little bit from crowding this. They know, like, both of them seem to have picked up on the idea that if you're doing, like, secret gathering-y stuff, you shouldn't have a crowd of like 6 people. So they're hanging back a little, but they're staying in sight. Both of them are doing a good enough job of tailing that it shouldn't be a problem. Um, but yeah, she pops up and she's like, "Oh, hi! I'm so happy to see you again. Um, how can we help you?"
Do you have like leaders or like one person that's kind of in charge?
Oh yeah, we have those. Are you looking to meet with someone, or are you just is there something that we can do to help you?
I suppose I'm looking to meet with someone. We're gathering information and possible help with some things to advance the Grail War.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I can set up a meeting and get you there. Uh, one moment. And she pulls out what appears to be a cellular phone, and it's a flip phone, and she flips it up, and with all the fire and whatnot popping around her, she starts doing the T9 input. And after a moment, she's like, damn it, hold on, fidgeting. It takes a while, as is the nature of actual T9 input. And then she pushes a button for send, and she's like, hold on, waits a moment. Then you're, and the walkie-talkie feature kicks in because it's 2005, and she gets the go ahead to bring the group of you to what they are referring to as underbase. And with that, she seems up like, oh, good, here we go. She flips the phone closed, shoves it in a pocket, and then she leads you to the more poorer part of town, the part that you wandered through when you were originally trying to find stuff. Um, and you notice that without too much trouble, that apparently the way that she's walking is not a straight line. It seems to be taking a large number of turns. You go through some alleyways, back out into main streets. After a little bit, you recognize that you've actually gone around the same block a few times. And then eventually, when you get to the end of one of the alleyways, she says, okay, and now everyone walk backwards, looking forwards, don't turn around. And she proceeds to walk backwards down the alleyway you just came from. And assuming everyone does that as well without looking back, um, when she goes backwards like that, she takes a left turn backwards onto the street that she was just on. And when you do the same, you find out you're on a different street than the one that you were on a moment ago. Yeah, it's kind of a weird video game thing. You have to follow the path, you have to go the right way, you have to follow all the turns, and then where you end up is different.
This is so weird.
Yeah, like the guy running it said he got the idea from the video game. So, do what we can. And
Anise knows what those are.
Anise knows what those are. That's true. I don't know if Bjorn or Diana know much about video games. It's kind of up to you.
Oh, good question.
I mean, Anice's exposure to video games is just Game Boy games, so
So, well, then she's played a Zelda game and knows how this works.
that's true. That's true. Probably at some point.
Seems like good likelihood.
Diana doesn't have time for video games.
That's fair. I don't know what Bjorn does with his downtime, but he may or may not play video games.
He doesn't have time for video games. He is the modern warfare.
He is the modern warfare.
They
That's
based that game off of him.
all right. So that's how that works.
How's modern warfare?
Whenever I look at Bjorn, I sure do think chainsaw swords.
Call of the Duty.
Like
That is
he's very
him.
Gears of War.
Very Gears of War. He's in the box. He's a Metal Gear Solid. Just
He's a Metal Gear Solid. Wonderful. Yeah,
Anise
okay.
is thinking fondly of Tetris for the Game Boy.
So pleasant. The satisfaction of the sheep noise. Anyway, so yeah, when you do the weird turnaround and go back on the street that you were on before, what you observe is that the street structure is the same, but there are no people on it. It seems to be empty. The light in this area seems to be skewed um, a little bit more red. Like even though it's not actually sunset time, it kind of feels more like that. It's a little more twilight. And she who obviously is a light source that helps a little bit with this lighting. She takes you over to one of the buildings that when you walked past this thing the first time in like normal world looked like it was some kind of hotel. And now that you've come here, it also looks like some kind of hotel, except when you actually look inside of it, it is not a hotel. It seems to be a movie theater, like it was a repurposed building. And so she walks up to the door. She knocks a tune that, let's see, there's a chance Anise would recognize this. There's a good chance Anise would recognize. Anise, roll me a history check.
There you are. Can't get over how big the dice are. Yeah, no.
Okay. It's really, really familiar to you, but I'm not going to make the noise because you, the player, would know what it is instantly.
Hmm.
But anyway, it's 5 knocks, and with that, the door opens, and she leads you inside the lobby of this movie theater. And this movie theater has coming soon posters on the wall, but these are all for movies that never actually came out, similar to what you saw in the library. Um, a number of them are sequels to things that you know never got sequels, and others seem to be like adaptations of things that you know never got adaptations. And then randomly there's a movie poster for like the John Claude Van Damme Street Fighter movie, and that's just the weirdest thing out of all of this. Um, but regardless, you're in here now, and there seems to be someone standing behind the counter over near the popcorn machine with who is currently filling a popcorn container with freshly popped popcorn, and then they turn around, and this is the leader.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, oh.
I thought he wasn't in Dreamsend. Oh no.
Oh, look, you guys made it. Hi.
Somehow I am not surprised. How you doing, Felix?
Oh, setting up networking everywhere we can.
I suppose that explains the phone thing.
Yeah, it took us a little while to get these things set up, but it works. There's a signal in the city at least. We're working on expanding, but
Hmm.
for now, we at least get a signal when we're in Residuum. The trick was getting the witches to pick up a cell booster.
Oh,
It was
I don't know
hard,
what
but
that is, but sure
My
sounds
boy.
cool.
yeah, we're trying to launch a satellite, but the problem is that the sky is water, so we might try it with a buoy next.
Uh, that's right. Diana maybe has met Felix, but
Yeah,
Bjorn definitely
remember
hasn't.
like
Yeah.
5 billion years
It's my
ago?
boy.
There was like the one point, I think this was on like a side chat, now that I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, Diana has met him.
That was a
Okay.
very long time ago.
I love
Yeah.
him.
She's
But
she's ambivalent towards him.
well, you
Ambivalent towards
probably
everyone, let's be real.
you
Look,
probably remember Diana. This is Bjorn, one of our an associate.
You're from the you're from the good house, right? Not the bad house?
Points finger guns. Yes.
Excellent.
The
And then you might remember Derek and the gothic looking guy over there. His name is Freddy.
Right, you're from the church, right? Yes. Cool. Okay, good. Then yeah, we're caught up. But yes, hi everyone. Welcome to Backdraft, the cool secret society that we built here in Residuum. Because honestly, this place is run by bastards, and I don't know how to not start a trouble everywhere I go, apparently.
You're in good company.
yeah, that
Seems to be
sounds about
fun.
right.
There's really nice people here, like Kindling. She's great. Thank you. Wonderful. Yeah, so not shockingly, once became clear that this whole Dream's End was a thing, like, you know, people in, my group decided that they wanted to come in and see what was up. We were actually scouting it as an alternative to people deciding they wanted to move to another part of, you know, existence. Like, personally, I still want to deal with the actual world upstairs, but I'd rather people move here than move to the, reverse side of the world and just choke out and die. So, you
That's
know,
preferable, yeah.
it started out as some scouting for that, but then in time we realized that, if this is where that Grail War was going to happen, and the Grail War is something that's going to lead to wishes and world changing stuff, and as it happens, we kind of know a few people who are being involved in it, we thought you might need some help.
That's yeah.
So, so we started putting it together. We wanted to make sure that we understood that, you were going to be busy dealing with enemy masters and servants, and apparently you took care of the butcher. Good job on that. Big
We kind of
positive.
had to. We had to
Oh
handle
yeah,
him
he was a
first.
monster. He had to go. That is a little bit of mystery I'm not going to miss. But yeah, so we started gathering information and we were gonna reach out to you, but you've been hard to pin down. You've been very busy people. And
Uh, we are.
then when Kindling had a chance to make contact, she did, and I'm happy she did because I've been wanting someone to get in touch with you for a bit, but turns out that in your limited time here, like I had some people tailing you just to make sure you were safe. You won't believe how many people were trying to sneak up and pickpocket your horse friend. Um, but we took care of that.
I
We made
believe
sure
it.
that that was
I
okay.
believe it.
Yeah. We were going to approach him, but he seemed pretty busy and we didn't want to draw attention to the lot of you and maybe make things harder for you. But once you killed the butcher, you kind of got to be celebrities, so there was not really much of a point in keeping it quiet anymore. But yeah, how can we help you? Like I obviously don't want the people from Clock Tower to win, and I certainly don't want whatever else is going on out there to happen. Like you're a reasonable lot. We're all on the same team here, you know. Pick the right roses and all that fun stuff.
Well, we need information, um, and possible volunteers. So the next thing we're doing is trying to handle the tree. Um,
Fair?
from what I understand, we can help keep the tree from expanding by rebuilding one of the temples to Eldath closer to here, and then fortifying the one up north, helping them. We have to obviously fight and kill the tree, so we need to figure out how to do that too.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Obviously the tree's a problem. Like I don't think anyone who was present in show would think otherwise. Um, and yeah, it does endanger the completion of the ritual, so that all stacks. Of course. So yeah, we actually had a feeling that whether it was the next thing you were doing or an eventual thing, someone was gonna have to do something about that tree. So we've been trying to find out what we can. So for starters, just to give you some information that you may or may not have, feel free to shut me down if I'm telling you anything you already know. But that tree in its forest overtook an entire town, and
Wow. Saw that from the back of a dragon. That was pretty cool.
oh,
But
that's. Do you still have a dragon?
no, no, it went back home.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair, I guess. It would have probably been very
Are you
convenient,
looking for a
but
dragon?
well, I mean, if you've got a dragon, then it makes killing the tree a lot easier.
But
Like, part of the problem with the forest is that anything that gets too close to it just gets drained of mana, but dragons make their own, so they can keep up
Hmm.
with it, I assume. I don't know. I've never had a dragon. I just honestly I think dragons are pretty cool.
Eh,
Um,
I mean, maybe there's another one or two in here. It seems likely.
I mean, I've heard
They,
rumors, but like
hmm.
haven't really had the manpower to go track them down yet.
say, what
Um,
what have you heard? You've piqued my interest.
oh yeah, I mean, like this is a not to paint the dream end too directly on the wall or anything, but yeah, there are dragons out here. Like I haven't seen them myself yet, but my understanding is that there's one of them out on that big island off to the west where like the super monster thing sleeps. I don't know if it's guarding her or what, but there's a dragon over there somewhere. And I know that there was at one point a dragon off to the south. My understanding is that around the time that all those trees went away, there was a dragon flying around somewhere, but I don't think the dragon did that. Um, Still trying to figure out the details on that one. There were not a lot of survivors to report in. Um, and yeah, they say that there's something out in the outer water, which is why no one really ventures far to the east. Like if you get past the mountains and you see the ocean out there, there's some giant thing. I don't know if it's a dragon or a snake or what, but it swims around out there and no one goes past that. Um, personally, I think it might be the Jormungandr from mythology, which, yikes, super snake, but could just be a dragon. It might be a water dragon. Like, we have not exactly been in a position to send scouts over the mountains and through all that hell just to see what the snake is. Um, but yeah, like it sounds like you might have been able to meet one of the dragons. Did you get the one that sleeps on the mountains? Because I've heard rumors of that one flying around a bit too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. We helped him go home.
Oh, well, that was nice of you. Yeah. Other than that, there was a dragon for a little while. Like, it was more of a shadow, and you didn't want to get close to it. It'd mess you up.
Mm.
Don't really know
Oh,
where
don't
that
worry.
one
That
ended
one
up.
is that one's also been put under control.
Oh, good. That's reassuring because I'm not really in a hurry to go crazy. Um, but yeah, so like a dragon though would be fortified enough to presumably get closer to destroy the forest monsters. Based on the reports that we got from the refugees from that town that was overrun, the forest expanded pretty quickly not too long ago. Um, it seemed like for a long time the the tree was content with just sitting out by itself and absorbing everything around it because this place is so mana rich. It seemed to be feeding pretty well, but it got pretty aggressive a little bit ago. Um, Not
How
sure,
long
maybe
ago?
based on the reports that we've heard, it really stepped up its activity about 2 or 3 weeks back.
Okay.
Um, like it was so I don't know if it corresponds heavily to this Grail War thing you're doing, but it seemed to have expanded initially up until that village a few weeks ago. Like a lot of people have very freshly run away from that thing. And then around the time the Grail War started, um, and with the fall of that temple, that Eldath temple nearby here, it seemed to have really expanded quickly. There was concern for a bit that if it continued at that pace, it was going to overtake the whole region, but it would appear that some people cut it off at the Southern Temple recently. Based on rumors, it sounds like that was your lot before you went and dealt with the butcher because you're busy people. But presumably, if you hadn't done that, it would be at our doorstep right now.
Yeah,
Um,
that was us.
I know that rumor has it that the Northern Temple has been putting up a pretty good fight, and so long as they keep their water holy, it can only go so far in that direction, which is good both for the general expanse of that thing, but also there's a city to the northwest of here that would probably not appreciate being overrun by trees either. Um, the thing can only really grow so far, but it doesn't really bode well for the rest of us. It just drains the land. Like it covers pretty substantial ley lines in the area. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to take care of that thing. We could probably get our phone systems working much better because the literal air is getting drained by the stuff being around, and that makes it very hard to set up a more of a Magecraft based phone service. Um, it seems as anything gets too close to the area, it just gets disrupted, whether it's based on sending or divination or just good old fashioned electronics. I have a colleague in the area testing some things out, and she said that it was not working so well for her. Um, but perhaps once the trees are taken care of, we can get the phones working again.
Yeah, that would sure be handy.
But yeah, like if you're looking to deal with that thing, like we've been gathering what we can. Like we're not an army, we don't have that, but we do have information. We have access to resources. We have some contacts within the within the network of people that go out looking for anything that comes through um, the storms. And so occasionally when people report in that they found something, people from our group will kind of go through and pick some things off first, which, the local administration does not appreciate at all. But, we're all playing find us keep us, right? So like they can keep the car lot, but if there's anything cool in it, we kind of want it first. So anyway, we got some motorcycles. That's neat.
Hmm.
You want a motorcycle? Would that help you?
I don't know that it. I don't know that it would help, but I don't know that it wouldn't.
Yeah, we've rigged up some nonsense with these things. Yeah, I was talking to my friend Catherine, and she was talking to
Mhm.
some person that she knows who is apparently really good at working on things and like on the side, and they've been trying to. It's weird, like they got access to this weird battery thing that apparently was supposed to be some family's shenanigan, but they got a chance to play with it. And they've been working on building engines that just run on essentially mana rather than electricity.
Hmm.
So if you've ever wanted to have a spellcraft powered motorcycle, that's what they're playing with right now.
Hmm. I'm going to declare that Anise does know how to ride motorcycles because of Connor specifically.
I mean, that's fine.
So in a roundabout way, Buck is responsible for her being like 30% cooler.
Fair enough. Also, keep in mind that at least two servant classes have ranks in riding,
Yeah, that's fair.
in case anyone needs a noble steed. Uh,
I mean, Diana will take one.
but yeah, honestly, we're trying to find ways to get about this place a little bit faster because it's huge and you can't exactly fly for very long without some weird eldritch monster flying out and trying to eat you or something. So,
That is
doing
a
what
good
we can,
point.
but we're working on it. My understanding is that some of the harvesters got their hands on a monster truck, but also their monster truck broke down like 20 minutes out of town, and as a result, they missed whatever big fight happened, and so now the other harvesters seem to think they're deserters, and so now they're hunting their own people down. So that's cool.
Huh.
Having a
Anise is
little,
delighted.
they're having a little civil war succession battle or something now that the bush is dead. So I'm kind of letting them have that.
Bjorn is laughing maniacally for no fucking reason. Just
It seems like there were two commanders or lieutenants or whatever left, and they both think they're in charge now. And one of them was the one who had the big monster truck thing and a group of people that was supposed to be reinforcements. And the others were the ones who stayed back at the base, all sheltered up. And so they're taking the piss out of each other. I figure let them, but
Hmm.
couldn't have happened to a more deserving lot of bastards.
Honestly.
But yeah, if there's something that
Good.
we could do to help you, like I said, like we do have access to resources, we've got information, we want to help you, we want to make sure that you get what you need. As Kindling mentioned to you before, like obviously we're hoping that the winners of this Grail War are able to use their wish to make things better for Phantasmals, or at least not worse, because my goal of getting everyone on the same team is not very compatible with what no doubt the people from Clock Tower are going to be wishing for. So that's a non-starter. And I also want to solve this whole mana problem, as you know. So we're happy to work with you as long as you're not planning on wishing for some strange, impossible scenario where there is no peace because we have some ridiculous dominance. So, like, I hope you're not wishing for crazy super elves or for I don't know. Like, I know you. You're not going to do that. I mean, it doesn't fit. Worst thing you've ever done was deleted someone else's save, and it was yours at that point, so it didn't even matter.
Uh, I didn't know how that worked, to be fair. Um, yeah, at the moment, any information you could give would be great. Information about that you might have collected on the other masters, information about Einosh,
Oh,
long
yeah.
shot, but I'm looking for a way to kind of do like a permanent polymorph situation, turn someone into what they originally were, turn them back into what they originally were.
Oh, that might be tough. Well, there's no shortage of myths and dreams about someone becoming something else. Like half of Greek mythology falls under metamorphosis, after all. Um, Maybe what you need to do is just find a god. They they might still be here somewhere. I know that
Hmm.
sounds like I'm taking the piss, but my understanding, there's a lot going on here that would be impossible in the normal world, but there are people that claim that they've encountered actual jinn to the south. Those things
Oh,
can make wishes happen, presumably, unless that's just weird rumors. Um, my understanding is that there are some very powerful dead apostles other than that tree running around. They can at the very least turn you into something else. Not sure that's what you're looking
uh,
for, but
yeah, we're trying to undo a dead apostling.
got it. That is a bit more challenging. Yeah, I could see that.
You
There
encountered or heard of? Have you heard about anyone encountering these little white flowers called moli?
the the ones from like the mythology.
Yeah, if there's anywhere that those exist, it would be here.
I've not heard of anyone encountering that, but I can put feelers out if you want.
That'd be nice.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I am not a potion maker, so I don't know what they would be used for, but I can check and see if that's around.
Mm. And yeah, like I said, any information you have about the enemy masters or servants, anything useful for fighting the entire Einosh forest.
Well, by
Ugh,
my understanding, it sounds like the Einosh contingency has its share of, like, for it to be a big tree monster like we already knew, it seems to have its collection of much more, I guess, intelligent, independent, whatever, people working for it. I don't know if they're doing it of their own free will or if they're somehow in its thrall, but from reports that I've heard from uh, the Northern Lake Temple, it sounds like one of the problems that they run into is that every so often, whenever it seems like they're making some progress, um, some kind of spirit, or I would wager a servant, based on what we know is running around, shows up, tears through their progress, beats them back to just to the point where they feel like they're going to give up, and then it disappears again. Um, they they don't know if it's an intimidation tactic to prevent them from having hope, but by all accounts, whatever this is could wipe them out and hasn't. It seems to just be keeping them at parity with the forest rather than letting them make progress, but also never seems to want to wipe them out. So, like, that's weird.
that's
Um,
interesting.
yeah, by all accounts, if this thing is on Einosh's side, it should have just destroyed them the same way that the southern one was, but it seems to instead just be keeping them on edge. Um,
Hmm.
I suppose in war, it's like when you injure someone so that the rest of their troop is slowed down to take care of them. But by all accounts, the tree could just wipe out this whole thing and then get whatever it wants. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. But I'm assuming that's one of the servants. However, it seems to be something that's not bothered by the tree, and by my understanding, servants can't get anywhere near that forest. So whatever it is doesn't seem to be bothered by it. Um, so that's terrifying.
Rider has magic resistance. Hmm.
And see, other than that, there are reports of some weird guy with a hook running across the ocean back and forth for a few days right around the start of the war. Um, don't really know what that was
Oh,
about,
okay.
but
Ah, yes, I believe I know who that is.
yeah, it seems like for whatever reason he'd go screaming and he'd run by the coast across the water. And then a few hours later, he'd be running back from the other direction. And like contacts in different towns reported seeing him. He doesn't always scream. He's not like crazy like that weird fire-haired lady that you guys apparently killed. But he does seem to be having fun. Um, just running around at full speed and swinging his big old hook. So I don't know. Weird stuff. Other than that, my understanding is that there are. Oh, you probably know this lot. So you know the Einsburns, right? Like Mage Family. Um, I
Yes.
I feel like you had one of them with you in the forest.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those in not here, not in town, but occasionally they've been sighted. Apparently they've set up on one of the islands out out in the water, and they occasionally send people in to get supplies or do business. They're the ones who delivered that weird monster truck thing, I guess. But yeah, they're apparently out in the water. My understanding, based on like rumor has it, they're probably involved in the Grail War because it's supposedly something that they do. Um, no idea what they have in terms of a servant, but they seem to be holding up and keeping their distance from everything right now. So I would extrapolate that their plan is to let everyone else weaken each other out and just take advantage of the ocean, giving them a bit of a, or at least the NSC giving them a bit of buffer while everyone expends their resources. Feels very American of them, honestly. Just sit it out and then come in and claim a victory at the end. So, dick move, but you can't argue with the tactic. But yeah, other than that,
How how long have you been in Dream's End?
oh, I poked my head in, shortly after news of it got out. I mean, how could I not, right? Um, but I sent some people from like my family ahead to scout and check things out because obviously I couldn't step too far away from Druid politics for fear that like if I wasn't there at least trying to keep messages going with the factions that I wouldn't just turn around one day and it turns out they all just went to the reverse side of the world like idiots. So I have personally been here on and off over the last several months, but I've been here more firmly the last few days. Um,
Hmm.
so a lot of the information that I'm giving you is what's been handed to me. I don't have a lot of first-hand information about this place. Honestly, when I got here, the first thing I did was try to set up the phone network and also teach these people how to use phones. Because while phones occasionally popped on their laps, they don't do anything here, so none of them really thought they were worth more than the fun of being a clicky clacky toy. Um, but yeah, between that and actually having a system in place to recharge the things, it took a bit. But got that set up, got them a bit more modernized, set up the bounded field for this place um, recently. So that was a challenge, but we got that going. It turns out, yeah, video game logic works out. And past that, um, no, I've been in and out over the last several months. Why? Any other people you looking for? Anything?
Well, were you looking into the whole thing with Lovisa getting murdered and me getting framed for it?
Yeah, and so my best guess, my best read on that, um, would be that through process of elimination, I think that you were probably just a victim of being a known associate of hers because it's not really a secret that your potions, number one, and all that, well, were keeping her alive. But once it became known that you were also a master in this war, you became a suspect. Obviously, I don't think you killed her. In fact, I think that whoever did that was being incredibly reckless because if she died and someone didn't get her command seals to the war couldn't start. So whoever did this is either incredibly reckless or had a plan from the get-go and knew exactly what they were doing, and both of those are disturbing. Um,
Yeah.
my suspicion is that she was probably betrayed by someone really close to her, because by my most recent reporting ins from upstairs, um, both of her granddaughters are missing, her butler's missing, and anyone else associated with her estate has no idea what's going on.
Oh.
Also weird and of note, the they brought the body back for investigation, and according to my contacts, what they found was that the body that they recovered was not real.
Oh.
So, by my understanding, she is dead. Attempts to scry her or find her and whatever are still reporting that she is dead. Basic divination says that she is dead, but the
The
body that they
body's
recovered was fake, which is suspicious in its own right. I don't know who fabricated her
right.
body, and if they're going to fabricate her body, I don't know why they'd fabricate it without the hand, unless obviously the fear would be that if someone had the hand, they could tell immediately
Wait,
whether or
so
not it was real. But yeah, I don't know what they did. That's very odd.
fake how so? Like, was it made of anything in particular, or
Um, yeah,
was
actually,
it
it,
like
it
a
was
wax
fake.
dummy, or?
Are you familiar with the concept of fetches?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It would appear that they were using something that made a fake body, and um, on investigation, I think Lord El-Melloi was the one who figured it out and then reported that back in. But it would appear that once sufficient levels of distillation occurred to it, it reverted back to being made out of like thistles and plants, essentially. So
Ooh.
I'm not sure. Like,
Hmm.
it's not part of a druidic ritual that I'm familiar with, but obviously, per rumors and whatnot, it could be the case. Normally, I would suspect that this was fairy activity because, mythology's fun like that, but based on what's going on here, I assume this is some tree activity, especially after what happened in Sherwood. So I would not be
Um,
surprised if this was tied to Einosh or one of its puppets.
Is there something I can roll to see if Anise has heard about a druid spell or ritual or anything like that that
Yeah,
would
you
make
could
a
you could try to
body out of
roll
place?
Arcana for that.
Oh, no.
Wonderful.
I roll them when they count.
I mean,
amazing.
that is fair. Yeah. So, um, you know that. Let me get the description to make sure that I can just share this with you. 'Cause I don't think this is on the druid list, but I just want to make like you're gonna know because you obviously rolled well on it. But I want to see if this is super obvious. Okay, so you don't know if this is a druid spell, but you have heard about this, and the time that you heard about this was actually when you were hanging out in the Einsburn Castle for a little bit in that like downtime before you went to
Hmm.
Paris, and you heard about this from Kwaku.
Okay.
And Kwaku was telling you about some of the weirder things that he's seen or heard of people doing. And one of them is it's arcane spell. It's like a wizard or artificer spell, and it's called Fabricate. And Fabricate allows you to turn a thing into another thing made of the same material. And the thing is, it can have whatever properties you want, and you could fake it pretty convincingly. And he was talking about stories of other artificers using this to essentially con people and pull like the Full Metal Alchemist con, where you like take like a few gold coins and you spread them out over a bunch of useless rock. So there's a very thin layer of gold, but it looks like the whole thing is gold until you inspect it better. But he was talking about it being used by the people who do like the Ripley's Believe It or Not traveling show nonsense to like take, animals and convert them into other orientation freakish things. And like these things don't have like a duration. They're just reshaped and remerged because dead things are things. And how you could, if you had the necessary materials to do this, you could fake a dead thing. You could build your own mermaid. You could, make a facsimile of something else. Or if it came down to it, you could get together most of the materials that you need to make the inside of something and have just enough of the outside to make it look and seem real, and on first inspection be real until someone actually cuts it open and takes it apart.
Hmm.
And based on your knowledge of the shenanigans you can pull off as a druid, you could imagine someone using bits of organic matter and a little bit of skin and a little bit of like essentially human, and making a husk into a pretty accurate human dead body. As long as you had some human to work with and something
Hmm.
else to fill up the structure. And if you understand how the body works, you could make something that, yeah, would not survive a proper autopsy, but it could definitely seem real on first check.
Hmm. So there is a spell. My friend Kwaku told me about it, but it's not a druid thing. It's arcane. It's like wizards and artificers. It's called fabricate. I think he told me this back in March. It's been a while. Um, so that someone like that could have definitely used plants and a little bit of skin and human parts to make a dead body that looked pretty convincing. But
Well, that's
what would they
gross.
gain? What would they gain from bringing Lovisa's dead body here, for one?
I mean,
'Cause that would be the only reason why they wouldn't have just left it topside just without the hand, so that it has to be because they needed to bring it here for some reason.
you think it's possible that you're dealing with a necromancer?
Huh.
Because if they animate
Uh,
her, then I guess you'd still have a command seals.
Whatever she'd want
Hmm.
them to
I
do.
don't like that idea, but that is certainly an option.
And then if they left a fake body minus the hand, you'd just assume someone took it and you'd be looking for someone with an extra hand. Well, that's disturbing.
Oh, gross. That is disturbing.
Ew.
Ugh.
Ew.
Well, based on what we know about Einosh and conjecture, we think at some point he had control of a wizard or some other class other than a druid, because terminals of his have been able to cast things that they shouldn't have been able to cast while he had control of them.
That that would make sense. Like one of the tricks of having a terminal is that you can cast through them as if they're an extension of you. It's a pretty handy way of doing stuff without putting yourself at risk. Or if you have a giant
So,
tree, I guess that's easier than moving yourself around.
so Lovisa's body is missing, which means it's probably here. And then you said both Luvia and Tatiana and Fidon are all missing. And they're probably here too. Fantastic.
That would make sense.
We
Yeah,
can't
I had eyes on
try.
Luvia for a bit just because honestly she's not subtle.
Mm,
Um, it's very easy
it's
to keep an
true.
eye on her, and she managed to slip away. Um, not really sure how or where, but last time we saw her, she was around the gardens, like the London gardens that Botany seems to be set up in.
Right. The Kew Garden.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we lost sight of her in there somewhere. I assume that she probably took advantage of some nonsense that Botany has set up, whether or not we knew about it. She slipped us and then haven't seen her since.
Hmm. She went missing. Hmm. You're saying that divination and scrying don't work inside of that forest, so I
Right.
guess it's a good
I
thing I
have to
haven't tried
assume that
to
it's just
scry.
absorbing everything that hits it with any hint of mana.
Hmm. Well, those were all the questions I had for now. Oh, if any of your people here are in the mood to do some manual labor, I think they could definitely use the help rebuilding that temple. If we get that temple back up, it will prevent Einosh from coming too far south.
I'm sure we could spare some people who have a bit of an artistic flair, or just who could put in some good work. Like we've got some pretty sturdy people in our employ. I say employ like they're getting paid. They're all volunteers, but you know what? I'm sure if we tell them it's for a good cause, they'll go and help out the water lady, especially if they don't want to be overrun by plants. So yeah, I'll try to send some people over to it.
And I think the next thing that we are doing is going to the Northern Temple to try and help them with that. I might remove some ley lines just to piss the tree off, see what happens.
That would probably do it. Yeah, if you're capable of moving ley lines, like I mean, I'm certainly game to help. I'm sure you're shocked, but I obviously have some pull with the druid community if you want some assistance.
I mean, I was able to move ley lines fairly easily before when we were fighting one of those trees, but the more druids, the better.
I can put out a call with the local circles. I mean, there aren't as many of them here as there are upstairs, obviously, but so
Hmm.
the ones that are down here have had a lot of time to get stronger, so I can check out and see if anyone's interested. I know we're all concerned about the tree forest monster. It's not exactly been great for the groves, so I'll put out and see. I'll see if there's interest, but at the very least, if you're planning on devoting some ley lines, might help prevent it from feeding more. Like certainly the
Yeah,
terrain would appreciate it.
we were able to starve one of them out, and then we blew it up with a bunch of grenades, and that was kind of fun.
Respect. My understanding is that those are pretty effective. Honestly, if you had enough grenades, those aren't mana based, they'd probably be effective here too.
Hmm.
Hell, maybe we should go raid that Harvester Armory.
You know, I had considered it. I do enjoy beating up harvesters.
Well, right
I'm
now
not
they seem to
saying
be
that
beating the shit out of each other, but you know,
I'll
nothing
bring
wrong with
some popcorn.
nothing wrong with slipping in and taking their stuff before they can use it. My understanding is that the butcher was expecting to fight the whole damn world down here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he had some munitions that were not so magic, so to speak.
Oh, yeah. Our group took a bunch of them from harvesters before we. Well, we didn't. Before a bunch of T Rexes happened to them.
Oh, good. Right. Well, yeah. I'll see if I can also keep an ear out for any more modern munitions that have wandered their way through. The locals here don't really know as much about that stuff. Um, my understanding, actually, if you end up wandering around the area too much, is that there's like a whole battalion of guys just walking around out there looking for a battle. My understanding
What
is
about that?
I don't know if they're like the Lost Roman Legion or like some guys looking in the Valhalla or what, but they seem to be pretty much an ever-present thing that the locals have just gotten used to. Like they treat them like they're a natural disaster. You just get out the way. But
I
yeah,
wonder
my
if we
understanding
could
is they just go wandering and they go fighting stuff.
point them at the forest.
Probably.
Like, lure them with steaks, beers. What do men like?
Oh yeah, I mean, for this lot, my understanding from people who've like listened in on them is it sounds like there are a bunch of people that are simply looking for a place to properly die.
Oh,
Um, Not that I think they're necessarily suicidal. I think they're more stuck. Like they can't die until they die in battle or something. I don't know how that works.
hmm.
But I mean, I guess if they're animated by magic, then that is a place where that will stop and they can die properly. So who
That's
knows?
a good point.
If they're not animated by magic and they're just big burly badasses, that's probably still helpful. But yeah, I'll keep an ear out for any of that stuff that seems useful. And then in the meantime, have you got your phones handy?
Oh, yes. She'll just pull her phone out.
Excellent. He reaches over,
Yep.
grabs her phone, grabs Diana's phone
Oop.
if she's
Um,
offering it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure Penelope would be delighted to have her phone working.
Yeah, send them my way. Um, and he takes them and he walks over to the it's kind of weird. He's like, this is like a movie theater thing, and so like you see the popcorn machine and the soda machines and like the little cash register and all of that stuff. Um, and then he walks over to like the frosty machine and he says, I know this looks weird, but trust me. And then he takes the frosty machine, he does some kind of incantation next to it, and then he holds his hand against it and it glows for a moment. And then he holds the phone up on it, and then after he does that, he hands the phone back to you. And he does the same thing with the other phone. And it's like, it's weird. I know. Trust me, there's a lot going on. I just wanted to make it something that people wouldn't normally put the phones against because why would you? But it completes the program that's going on. Magecraft is weird. And then I disconnected and reconnected. Is it reconnecting me? Is there sound? But why not? All right. Let's play with sound.
Apparently.
Oh, there
There
he
we
is.
are.
Oh,
Weird.
hello.
I don't know how much of that you got.
No,
So
you said
basically,
this is gonna look weird, but trust me, and then that's
I'm-
when you dropped.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah.
actually much funnier. So yeah,
Perfect
he takes
timing.
your phones, he holds them against the frosty machine. He does not pour frosty on them. He then explains
Okay.
that there's actually a whole program running in the background. It's some weird Magecraft stuff. Don't worry about it. It's a little bit of stolen Atlas tech. Don't worry about it. Don't ask about it. If anyone from Atlas says it, you didn't see it. It didn't happen. And anyway, yeah, your phones work now. Here you go. Enjoy.
oh,
Good.
And so
thank
now
you.
Anise and Diana's phones will work in Residuum.
In residuum, yeah.
Diana just quickly texts Anise and says, "Hey," with a little smiley face.
It goes through.
Anise takes a laboriously long time to respond with hello, and then tries to do a smiley face and gets frustrated and just sends hello back.
Fair enough.
Oh no.
And you notice that it says your carrier, at least in this area, is simply like Igmillenia Inc.
Ugh.
And we are at time, and I'm afraid the internet will
Yeah,
disappear again soon, but we got to the end of that scene. Hooray, we
we
did it.
did.
Yay.
Yay. Next week we can pick up with whichever one of the branches we want to follow. It will probably be the morning. Like we can mention whatever happens overnight, and then if you want to say goodbye to Clover statue, we can do that on screen, or it can just go away. It's up to
Yeah.
you. And
Just throw it in the river. It's fine.
then move
No,
on. So, but yeah,
I took a lot of notes.
hooray.
I'll do a quick goodbye. It's fine.
All right, well, then we'll start next time with the goodbye to the statue. And if we want to abstract out the kind of
Goodbye,
stuff that you
Clover.
went shopping for, we can.
Okay.
All right, so
Yay.
hopefully that wasn't too problematic of a signal loss at the end. I'm glad it was at the end.
Oh, it was funny as fuck.
Yeah, that's very dramatic. Don't worry about it. Disappears. But yeah, so thank you for listening,
Yay.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hooray.
Hello,
Yeah.
guys.
Good night, the internet.
Good
Night, nerds.
night.
Good night.